This is All India Radio. Whispers of the Wind. All India Radio, in collaboration with Vigyan-Prasar, presents science serial Whispers of the Wind, based on understanding and managing climate change and global warming. Let's listen to episode number 13, titled Orbital Variations and Climate Change.
Papa,
Yes, Meeta?
our college is going to have summer vacation.
So?
Shall we go somewhere?
Well, all of you discuss and decide where to go.
Papa, we'll go to Mumbai.
Sunil, Mumbai?
I want to meet Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay.
Dumbo, Shah Rukh Khan does not walk on Mumbai streets that you'll go and meet him.
Then we'll go to Chandipur.
Oh, Sunil, you're forgetting. Your Shashank uncle is coming. He wants to go to Konark.
Konark? Why Konark?
He's doing some research on the sun.
Good. I'll also go with him.
Huh?
I want to know more about the sun and its energy.
I guess your Shashank uncle has come.
Meeta, go.
Yeah.
Go at the door.
I'll just check. Chachu!
Hey, hello everybody.
Hello, Shashank.
Hello, Chachu.
Namaste, Chachu. Where is Chachi?
Namaste everyone. See, she has some work in her office, so she could not come, but she will join us later.
Okay, Shashank, I will book guest house tomorrow for Konark. And day after tomorrow, we will start very early.
Okay, bhaiya. So we all will go. And Meeta, you may be interested for our work on the sun and its energy.
But Chachu, why do you want to go to Konark?
See, because Konark has the sun temple. Okay? So day after tomorrow, when we all will go there, I will tell you many things about the sun and its impact on global warming.
Okay.
So kids, here we are in Konark at the sun temple.
So pretty.
Sir, good morning. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, kids.
Hello.
Sir, do you require a guide? Sir, my name is G2, Gopal Guide, and I can explain Konark Temple very well.
No, we don't need a guide.
Huh?
Our Chacha is doing research on sun and its impact on earth, so he knows many things. He will explain it to us.
Oh, I see. So, I will also go with you?
What?
Huh? Actually, I want to know more about Konark. But first of all, I will give you a small introduction about Konark.
No, we don't need an introduction. No.
Please.
Papa, mute to him at least
Okay,
once.
kids. All right. Let him say something.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. This temple is dedicated to the god Sun.
But sun is not a god.
Huh?
Meeta, whether sun is a god or not, but it does influence us in everything we do. Its energy controls everything.
Yes.
Yes, Meeta. That is why we say sun is the source of all.
Yes.
Absolutely right, bhaiya. Since it is the sun's energy that drives the weather system, scientists naturally wondered whether they might connect climate changes with solar variations.
But it seems that sun is stable over the time scale of human civilization.
Meeta, sun greatly dominates the sky.
That's why we worship him as God.
See, Gopal, in a way you are correct, but it is a heavenly body which dominates our life.
Sorry?
Yes, the sun is the source of most of the energy that drives the biological and physical processes in the world around us. In oceans and on land, it fuels plant growth that forms the base of the food chain. And in the atmosphere, it warms air which drives our weather.
Absolutely right, Bhabhi. You see, the rate of energy coming from the sun changes slightly day to day. Over many millennia, the Earth-Sun orbital relationship can change the geographical distribution of the sun's energy over the Earth's surface.
Chachu, does it affect our climate in any way?
Meeta, yes, it has been suggested that changes in solar output might affect our climate, both directly by changing the rate of solar heating of the earth and atmosphere, and indirectly by changing cloud forming process.
Sir, I did not know that sun is so influential in our life. I find it very interesting to listen to your discussions, sir.
Papa, I'm feeling thirsty. Why can't we go to that shop and sit there for some time and have something to drink?
Good idea.
Yeah, I always give good idea, but you never listen.
Okay, stop it. Come on, let's go. Come everybody. So as we were talking about the sun influence, do you know, the first scientific speculation about different climate asks how sunlight falls on the earth in different places.
Papa, what exactly is the meaning of climate?
Sunil, you see, the word climate comes from the Greek word klimat,
Interesting.
which means inclination or latitude. Originally, it stood for a simple band of latitude, and when scientists began to ponder the possibility of climate change, their thoughts naturally turned to the sun.
You know, Sunil, early modern scientists found it plausible that the sun could not burn forever and speculated about a slow deterioration of the Earth's climate as the fuel ran out.
Oh.
And further, as you might be knowing, in 1801, the great astronomer William Herschel introduced the idea of more transient climate connections. It was a well-known fact that some stars varied in brightness.
Is our sun a star?
Yes, it is a star of medium size.
What do you mean by medium star?
Sunil, it was a well-known fact that some stars varied in brightness. Since our sun is itself a star, it was natural to ask whether the sun's brightness might vary, bringing cooler or warmer periods on Earth.
Absolutely right, Bhaiya. And as evidence of a connection between sun and weather, Herschel also pointed to the periods in the 17th century, ranging from 2 decades to a few years when hardly any sunspots had been observed.
Exactly.
During those periods, he remarked, the price of wheat had been high, presumably reflecting spells of drought.
Interesting. Sir, what is sunspot?
Gopalji, sunspots are darker, cooler areas on the surface of the sun in a region called the photosphere.
Okay. And how come sun is cooler also?
No. See, Gopalji, the photosphere has a temperature of 5800 degrees Kelvin.
Okay, sir.
Sunspots have temperatures of about 3800 degrees Kelvin.
Okay, sir.
So they look dark only in comparison with the brighter and hotter regions of the photosphere around them.
Okay, interesting.
And Gopalji, sunspots can be very large, up to 50,000 kilometers in diameter.
So big.
Yes, they are caused by interaction with the sun's magnetic field, which are not fully understood.
Interesting.
And you know, Gopalji, a sunspot is simply a region on the surface of the sun called the photosphere that is temporarily cool and dark compared to surrounding regions.
Okay.
Solar measurement reveals that the average surface temperature of the sun is 6,000 degrees Celsius. And that sunspots are about 1500 degrees Celsius cooler than the area surrounding them. Still very hot and can last anywhere from a few hours to a few months.
I see.
Very well said, Bhaiya. And also, the sunspots are magnetic regions on the sun with magnetic field strengths thousands of times stronger than the Earth's magnetic field, and often appear in pairs that are aligned in an east-west direction. You see, one set will have a positive or north magnetic field, while the other set will have a negative or south magnetic field.
Yes, Shashank.
Chachu, does the two magnetic fields are equally strong at every place?
No, beta. Sunspots have a magnetic field that is about 1,000 times stronger than the surrounding photosphere.
Oh.
How many sunspots can we see at a time?
See, Sunil, sometimes the sun contains a large number of sunspots, while at other times, few or none are seen.
Oh.
You see, in 1843, the German chemist and amateur astronomer Heinrich Schwab discovered that there was a fairly regular cycle of change in the number of sunspots and that this cycle lasts about 11 years.
11 years.
And you know, Sunil, the part of the solar cycle with low sunspot activity is referred to as solar minimum.
Okay.
While the portion of the cycle with high activity known as
Solar maximum.
correct or you can call it as solar max.
Oh.
Every 11 years or so.
But Papa, how do they count the number of sunspot?
See, Sunil, the sunspot number is calculated by first counting the number of sunspot groups and then the number of individual sunspots.
Oh.
You see, the sunspot number is then given by the sum of the number of individual sunspots. Then they calculate from this.
And you know, Sunil, most sunspot groups have on average about 10 spots. Am I right, Shashank?
Yes, Bhaiya.
This formula for counting sunspots gives reliable numbers even when the observing conditions are less, then ideal and small spots are hard to see.
And do you know, sunspots are storms on the sun's surface that are marked by intense magnetic activity. They play host to solar flares and hot gassy ejections from the sun's corona.
Mom, I have read somewhere that the sun is more bright than earlier. Is it true?
See, Meeta, some studies indicate that sunspot activity overall has doubled in the last century.
Okay.
You see, the apparent result down here on Earth is that the sun glows brighter by about 0.1% now than it did 100 years ago.
And you know, Meeta, solar wind, according to NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center, consists of magnetized plasma flares and in some cases is linked to sunspots.
Okay.
It emanates from the sun and influences galactic rays that may in turn affect atmospheric phenomena on Earth such as cloud cover.
But Ravi, this is not sure. You know, scientists are the first to admit that they have a lot to learn about the phenomena like sunspots and solar wind, some of which is visible to humans on Earth in the form of aurora borealis and other far-flung interplanetary light shows.
Mom, does it have any relation with climate change?
See, Meeta, few people say that sunspot and solar wind is responsible for global warming. They say it's no coincidence that an increase in sunspot activity and a run-up of global temperatures on Earth are happening concurrently. So, a variation in solar energy has far more effect on Earth's climate than the activities on Earth.
And many climate scientists agree that sunspots and solar wind could be playing a role in climate change. But the vast majority views it as very minimal and attribute Earth's warming primarily to emissions from industrial activity. And do you know, they have thousands of peer-reviewed studies available to back up that claim.
Correct, Renu. You know, Peter Focal of the America, who has tracked sunspot intensities from different spots around the globe dating back 4 centuries, also concludes that such solar disturbances have little or no impact on global warming.
True.
Absolutely right, Bhaiya. And do you know that scientists have considered the sun climate hypothesis to explain Earth's rapid warming? The evidence collected show that the sun noticeably affects our climate over millions of years, but it is not the cause of recent warming.
How is it, Chachu?
See, Meeta, the rate at which energy from the sun reaches the top of Earth's atmosphere is called total solar irradiance.
Total solar irradiance.
Yes, that is TSI. You see, TSI fluctuates slightly from day to day and week to week. In addition to these rapid short-term fluctuations, there is an 11-year cycle in TSI measurements related to sunspots.
Is there any research or theory related to this? There will be a science seminar in our college. I can prepare a talk on this.
Yeah, Chachu will tell you and you will copy that. Copycat.
Papa, please tell Sunil. I am not copying Chachu,
Yeah.
but I'm just gathering some data so that I can prepare my own project.
No, really?
Sunil, don't fight. Try to understand what Chachu is telling.
Yes. See, two different hypotheses have been proposed to test whether solar radiation can explain climate change.
What are they?
See, Meeta, the first hypothesis relies on the fact that in both the 11-year cycle and in the longer term, the changes in solar energy are highest at ultraviolet or short wavelengths. The short wavelength radiation is particularly effective in modifying ozone concentrations in the level of the atmosphere above where typical weather occurs.
Could you please explain?
Yes, of course. See, according to this hypothesis, modifications in the ozone layer could in turn filter down to that level of the atmosphere where our weather is formed, potentially modifying clouds and temperatures there.
But Shashank, what is the second hypothesis?
See, Bhabi, the second hypothesis relies on the fact that changes in solar activity also change the flow of small, charged, highly energetic particles, which are also known as cosmic rays.
Cosmic rays.
Yes, that travel through the atmosphere toward Earth.
But Chachu, how does this particle affect the atmosphere?
See, Meeta, these particles in turn create more ions, that is, charged atoms or molecules, from air molecules in the atmosphere. And it has been suggested that these ions might modify cloud formation, causing large changes in weather and temperatures below. You see, however, the effect of cosmic rays on cloud formation is too weak to affect the Earth's climate in a significant way.
Are these hypotheses established facts?
Meeta, see, so far there is no convincing evidence that either of these hypotheses adequately demonstrate a causal link between small changes in solar irradiance and the increase in Earth's surface temperature that has been measured for more than a century.
Okay.
Yes, Shashank. So that means the 11-year solar radiation cycle, as well as small increase in TSI since 1750, appear in some studies to be correlated with variations in cloud patterns. But these changes in solar energy absorbed by the Earth appear to be far too small to explain the major changes in our climate.
So are there other particles affecting global climate?
Yes, Bhabhi. You see, the rate at which solar energy reaches the Earth's surface in any location depends on the season, time of day, cloudiness, and the concentration of small aerosol particles in that atmosphere.
Oh.
During the last 2 decades, aerosol emissions increased in some countries and decreased in other countries. You see, research shows that the impact of these particles on global average surface temperature over this time period is very small.
Chachu, what is causing increase in Earth's average temperature and how do we know this?
Meeta, we do know with a good degree of certainty that between 1750 to 2011, or since the beginning of the industrial period until today, the average increase in energy hitting a given area of the atmosphere due to heat trapping gases is 56 times greater than the increase in radioactive forcing from the small shift in the sun's energy.
Really?
Yes, Sunil.
And there are other factors also which affects the Earth's climate.
What are they?
See, Meeta, perhaps one of the most apparent factors contributing to Earth's climate change is the angle at which the Earth is tilted. You see, this is the angle at which Earth's axis of rotation is from the vertical, also known as Earth's obliquity.
Chachu, I know. Earth's current tilt angle is approximately 23.5 degrees.
Very well said, Sunil. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You see, the axial tilt angle affects climate largely by determining which parts of the Earth get more sunlight during different stages of the year. This is the primary cause for the different seasons Earth experiences throughout the year, as well as the intensity of the seasons for higher latitudes.
Please explain in detail, Shashank.
Yes, sure, Bhabhi. See, for example,